Welcome to our video blog for the 2009 football season. I am Tim McDonough, and I am joined as always by my esteemed colleague,
Chuck Martinez-Brandon.
And we're here to bring you week one of the high school football season. Got some games to preview, some awards to talk about, some new stuff. We've got it all, and we're going to start right here with my friend, Chuck Martinez-Brandon.
All right. First week of the season is always the big NWAL/GMC showdown. Usually when you talk about that, you talk about Liberty Center and Tenora. Usually Tenora comes up on the short end of the stick, and coming in from last year, Tenora, a 7-3 team, probably one of the best teams in the state of Ohio to not make the playoffs. And it usually whittles down to this game, week one. You lose to Liberty Center, a lot of times they have a lot of trouble getting off the schneid and making it into the playoffs. This year, Tenora has to hit the ground running. They can do that. They've got Dravis back in the backfield. They got 4 back in the backfield. But the big thing for the Rambos is that front line, offensively and defensively, they've got Hammersmith and they've got Purnell, big bad boys, and they can really dish it out. They should be able to handle what Liberty Center does best, and that is punk people around. If you're playing Liberty Center, you know you're going to get hit. You're going to get hit often, maybe late. I didn't say that. But that's what Liberty Center is known for, and it gets you off your game. And that's, you can plug anybody into Liberty Center, and you know that that's what they're going to do. So the biggest game in that big showdown, Liberty Center, Tenora. Tenora, hit it running, man. Can't start slow this year. Second game, Wauseon Fairview. Talking about contrast there. Wauseon, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. They're supposed to be just running it option, right, left, middle, back to the right. No passing game there. On the flip side, the Apaches, all they do is pass. Everybody knows that. That's what they do is pass, pass, pass. So this year, which one's going to win? I know Wauseon has more than 20 juniors on their team. So this is the year that they're really going to start building. And if it's not their year this year, look out because they're going to be real tough in the future. Then the third main game that we're going to talk about is just, it's not even an NWAL GMC matchup, but there's some bad blood, and you got to love bad blood. You got Lipsick and Patrick Henry. Coach Kirkendall heading back to the House of Big Red over there where they're not going to welcome him with open arms during. So, but what Lipsick does is they've got a big, tall quarterback, and they're throwing the ball around a lot. But when you're playing the Patriots, you're dealing with a lot of tradition there. And they've got George back, they've got Binger back, and they've got Miller back, all in that backfield. Saw them up close and personal a couple weeks ago, and they are pretty good still. So Lipsick's really going to have to come in and be on top of their game in week one because Patrick Henry Patriots still eyeing the playoffs, and they're eyeing, I don't know, league title 10,002. I don't know how many they've got, but they've got a lot. So the Vikings have a lot cut out for them, as do the river rivalries going on.
The river rivalry, not easy to say. Yes,
no.
Thursday this week. Thursday again. Last year it was on a Thursday. Defiance fell behind 14-0. Came back and won that game 21-20 when Napoleon missed an extra point to tie it up late. That's been the difference a lot of times in these games. The special teams, a block punt here, a return there, or a missed extra point. And who knows, it could be the same this year. This year it's at the Fred J. Brown Stadium. The Bulldogs will be looking to win this game against Napoleon at home for the first time since 2003. Last year they snapped a 4-game losing streak with the win, and it propelled them to the playoffs, much like that Liberty-Tenora game. The winner of this game usually goes on and makes the playoffs, and the other team is on the outside looking in. Defiance was that team last year. Now, 21-20, like I said, Jerry Beauty entering his 20th year at the helm of the Bulldogs, 11-8 against Napoleon. Torrey Strock, his second year, 0-1. He would, of course, love to even that up at 1-1. This is going to be a battle of senior-tested teams. Napoleon's going to play 9 guys on both sides of the ball. They're going to have 9 starters, all seniors, and they don't have much depth, so those guys have to be ready to play, and they have to get it done.
Iron Man.
Yeah, Iron Man. Napoleon is bringing in new quarterback Nick Reddick, wide receiver last year, moving over to quarterback. They say he's faster, stronger, and bigger than he was a year ago, and that he should present problems. They got a big tight end in Cody Bloom, big target, maybe one of the best tight ends in this part of the state. And
he's a wrestler.
Yeah, is that right? Yeah, of course, they had to put that in. And then they got John Weaver and Brandon Hummer back in the backfield. So, I mean, they've got guys who have been there, who have done that, and are going to give Defiance problems. On the other side of the football, Napoleon brings that 3-5-3, which has given Defiance fits even last year fell behind 14-0, and had to find a way to claw back and win that game. Same guys are talking about on that side of the ball as well. You start linebacker. You got Weaver and Bloom. You got Evan Vokey. You got Hummer. You got Cully Brownson. Excuse me. I mean, that's where it starts for Napoleon. Those 5 guys have to get it done. Reddick, he's their quarterback. He's also going to be their free safety. Kid's got to play both ways. He was an excellent safety last year. Those are the key guys. I almost forgot Clint Detmer. He scored 2 touchdowns against Defiance. He also missed the extra point. Felt bad for the kid, but I felt good for Defiance. Sorry, I'm a DHS alum. And here we go. Let's talk about the Bulldogs. They are stacked on the offensive side of the football up front. They bring back 4 starters from last year's team. Jacob Rubio, tackle, center Casey Furman, guard Dakota Westrick, tackle Dylan Poston. Those guys have to be the strength of this team. Got a veteran quarterback back in Sean Murray. He was slow to get the season going last year with a hip injury. He's back. He's moving around good. He's ready to go, and he's got one of the best targets in Northwest Ohio, and Alex Nossiger. On the other side of the football, Max Peter and Jake Suman. Suman up front, Max in the middle at linebacker are 2 of the top players, I think, in those positions in this part of the state. They're going to have to be the key guys. You got guys like Jacob Mosier, who's back. Zach Dempsey, he could play nose, he could play linebacker, he's back. I almost forgot Aaron Swanson, who broke his foot in the game last year at running back. Will start at running back this year. He missed the rest of the season after running just 6 times last year against Napoleon. He's going to play 2 ways. He wants to prove that he can stay healthy at running back, and he'll play at corner too. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be fun, and I can't wait. Let's finish this thing up, Chuck. What game you got left?
All right, we got just a couple shout-outs here. You know, we are big in Hicksville, so we got to yell out to the Aces here. They're taking on Montpelier. Coach Baumgartner's first game there with the Locomotives. Wow, tough one. The Aces will not back off. Look for them to come out strong. I talked about Tenora being a team that one of the best teams to not make the playoffs last year. Hicksville's probably the other one. They made leaps and bounds last year. And we got the Ayersville Pilots, Archbold Blue Streaks, game that's still young in the matchup, but every year it's a real good game. 2 hard-hitting teams with a lot of history between them. That ought to be another good one to add to that NWAL GMC matchup. And then, I'm going to say it, Holgate, North Baltimore. I give the Tigers props after what they went through last year. If any team in the area had the heart that the Tigers had last year, I didn't see any more heart than the Tigers. They were just phenomenal with only a few players. Come back, they've got bigger numbers this year, so we'll see what they can do. Hopefully they can turn it around. So, Tigers, go get them, man.
Good for them. And we don't want you to forget, as always, we will be bringing you the Whopper Hit of the Week. It's going to be fun. We can't wait to see it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to hear about it. And we're also going to bring you
the Payday Player of the Week. Big games, big players, big stats. Get a payday, baby. You'll get one if you turn up.
And something new this year, we would like fans to show us their fan photos from Friday night football games. You submit them to us, we'll put them on the website and show you who won. We'll pick them out, we'll put them on the video blog. You'll love it, we love it, it's great. Take the pictures, send them to us at send them to us at cnsports@crescent-news.com and check out the video blogs at www.crescent-news.com. Check them out. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a great year. Keep it clean.